There is more at stake here than your feelings. There always was. Now, are you gonna help us?
You're a goddamn cyborg. Why should I help you?
Welcome to In Defense Of, making the case for overlooked, forgotten or derided movies in 5 minutes or less. If you haven't got 5 minutes, here's 5 seconds. Today, In Defense Of, Nemesis, a 1992 cyberpunk action thriller with some cool new ideas and plenty of old ones.
I know he really wanted to tell her all this, but she was dead.
Alex Rain is an LA cop in the year 2027. He hunts cyborg terrorists, a hazardous duty that often leaves him gravely injured and needing to be patched up with cybernetic parts. Feeling more machine than man, Alex leaves the LAPD but is drawn back in for one last assignment. His former boss and lover is selling data to the cyborgs that has the potential to start a war, and Alex is the one tasked with stopping her.
It only works if you load it, stupid.
I can't talk about Nemesis without mentioning the making of documentary on my copy of the DVD.
You're gonna see action, drama. I can't feel anything anymore. Fights, gunfights. You're gonna see anything you want in a movie.
Olivier Gruner is right, this movie really does have everything, but it's not because it contains both fights and gunfights. Nemesis is every dystopian man versus machine cyberpunk cliche rolled up and lovingly presented in a low budget package. Director Albert Pyun is a legendary B-movie auteur most famous for early Van Damme vehicles Cyborg and perhaps the dodgy 1990s Captain America. Amazing to think he almost did Spider-Man too. Somehow Pyun was able to secure the services of Gene Warren, who did the special effects for both Terminator 1 and 2. While nowhere near as lavish or groundbreaking as James Cameron's masterpieces, the effects in Nemesis are functional and memorable. Being that most characters are cyborgs, they can take much more punishment than regular humans, and the way that gunfire causes them to spark is awesome and something that I've not seen elsewhere. We've also got what I'm pretty sure is the first occurrence of the shoot through the floor to escape set piece. This has been ripped off by a bunch of films since, but I'm near certain that Nemesis did it first and best. There's some curious character names going on. We've got men called Marion, Michelle and Angie, and women called Jared, Julian and Max. I've got no idea why, but it's interesting nonetheless. The rest of the movie is piecemeal influences from elsewhere. We've got some Blade Runner noir along with the main character who hunts cyborgs for a living whilst questioning his own humanity. Brian James, aka Leon from Blade Runner, even has a part. Being low budget, however, Nemesis can't afford Blade Runner-esque neon streets and towering cityscapes. Instead, the future is red filters, blue filters and industrial wastelands. Guns are bigger and have extra bits glued on. Cheap effects, but they get the job done. There is significant Terminator influence with the war between humans and cyborgs and sequences where Rain has to modify his mechanical parts, while his struggle to maintain humanity as he becomes more and more machine is right out of RoboCop. While some might point to this plagiarism as a detriment to the film, I can't do that. Nemesis is like a supergroup of themes and tropes and ultimately it is its own thing. Besides, it's too much fun. On the other hand, some of the influences do cross the line.
The Systems Cowboy went by the name Marion Face.
You can steal a theme, but you can't steal iconic phrases and images. More Than Human is said throughout the film and is on the poster, and that's just a little too close to More Human Than Human from Blade Runner for me. Olivier Gruner is a terrible actor.
There are many more of us. More than you can terminate.
But I've been doing a pretty damn good job of it.
That's never stopped me enjoying a film before, but there's something about Gruner that is deeply off-putting. While someone like Gary Daniels exudes an innocent charm that makes up for his poor acting, Gruner honestly comes off as a bit of a weirdo.
Looks pretty busy in Chandler right now.
Watching Nemesis for this review was maybe the 4th time I've seen it. Until now, I've never been quite sure of its main plotline. Look, I've even written that down in the notes I took during the viewing. The pixie girl is Max Impact. Max Impact can get in the bin. She's like Short Round from Temple of Doom, except in addition to an annoying voice...
Goddamn LAPD assholes! The governor of Java, he gives them permission to come here and fugitive work, and then they think they can just blow the whole fucking place up!
She also has a laser amulet that doesn't even come close to being consistent with the heavy metal tech of the rest of the film. Apart from maybe this bit, those are literally car keys and they don't even try to hide it. Terminator, RoboCop, Ghost in the Shell. Don't expect the same quality, but if you're craving more of the ideas here, you could do far worse with Nemesis.
Ah, sensitive man.
Give it a rest.
Nemesis is nobody's favourite film, but as a low-budget continuation of the themes found in more popular man vs. machine output, it is great fun. Albert Pune regular Tom Matthews is in Nemesis as Face. This guy has been in a ton of flicks, he's one of my favourites. He's most famous for Friday the 13th Part 6 and Return of the Living Dead. I've never been able to work out his accent.
I was just curious as to what she's drawing is all.
You mean the movie line?
Hand me the padlock.
Aren't you listening to me?
Yes, and I said hand me the padlock.
What the hell is it?